Good day children, Sai Ram and welcome back to our 6th session of chapter number 9 Trade. Children, we have already learnt about balance of trade. What is balance of trade? We have learned the difference between import and export values of a country in a specific period is called balance of trade. Okay, so here we are learning about balance of trade. What is balance of trade? The difference that is there between import and export of any country. Okay, that is only called as balance of trade. We have also learned about the types of balance of trade. What are the types of balance of trade we have learned? We have learned about unfavorable balance of trade. What happens in unfavorable balance of trade? The import is more, the value of import is more than the value of export. We have learned about it. Then we have also learned what is favorable balance of trade. When the value of import is lesser than the value of export, such type of trade is called as favorable balance of trade. And what is balance of trade? When the import as well as the export of a country is balanced. Okay, is equal. How much is going out, that much is coming in. That is only called as balance of trade. So these are the three types we have already learned. Okay, that is unfavorable balance of trade, favorable balance of trade and balanced balance of trade. Then we have also learned about import and export. What is import and export? What do you know about import and export? For any country's progress, what is more important over here is export is more important. Okay, than import. Okay, what is export? When the products are going out of the country. Okay, that time we are earning foreign exchange. So that is good for a country, correct? Same way import. When we talk about import, that means we are buying something from other countries. And here what is happening because of import? Our money is going outside the country, which is not at all good for a country. Okay, so this is export and import. Export and import are the basic processes of international trade. When a country buys those goods and services which are scarce in their own country from another country, it is known as export. When a country produces excess goods or services than requires, it sells this to countries which have a demand for it, and that is only called as export. This is what we have already learned, children. Yes or no? Now we are going to learn something else over here. That is, we are going to learn about the graph. Okay? Why? Let's see. Now, to study geography, it is just not to read the textbook and over. No. When we study geography, when we want to study geography, we need to develop certain skills in us. And what are those skills? Observation is very important. Okay, observation plays a very important role. Classification plays a very important role. So only you all must have seen in the textbook. Okay, that the various things, for example, types of trade, okay, were classified. Okay, then observation was done on for particular things. Then differentiation, many differences we are having. Okay, they are like export and import. Then there is a comparison study. Okay, in your 10th standard you will have a comparison study. Okay, suppose two states are compared, two countries are compared. Okay, that is called as comparison study. Along with this, even graph, diagram, map reading, this also plays a very important role when we are learning about geography. So today we are going to learn about compound graph. Firstly, we are going to learn over here is the compound graph, which is also a part of your trade lesson. Understood, children? Okay, let's continue. Now, here is the statistical data given to you. Make a compound bar graph of the given statistical information. Okay, a certain information is given and you are going to make a compound bar graph. Now what is given in this statistical information? Let's see that first. Countries are given. That country's export is given and that country's import is also given. For example, here 4 countries are given. Which are those countries? China, India, Brazil and USA. These are the 4 countries given over here, and the export and import is given. Let's study about this export and import, whether they are favorable, unfavorable or balanced. Okay, firstly we'll talk about China. You can see China over here. Export is 2143. Okay, while import you can see it is 1960. You can see over here export is more than import. Yes or no, children? You can see over here 2143 is more than 1960. So what type of balance of trade is over here of China? When export is more, that means what type of trade it is? It is favorable balance of trade. What it is? Favorable balance of trade. When more export is there, it is always called as favorable balance of trade. That means China is having favorable balance of trade. While if you see India, what is the export of India? 272. Okay, while import you can see 380. Okay, you can see which is lesser over here. Export is lesser and import is more. So what type of trade is over here? What type of balance of trade is over here? Here it is not at all favorable balance. Here it is unfavorable balance of trade. Okay, it is unfavorable balance of trade. Let's move on to the next one, that is Brazil. Brazil, you can see it is export is 190. Okay, it is 190, while if import you can see it is 241. Which is more over here? Import is more. So again we can say here this is also not favorable balance of trade. This is unfavorable balance of trade. Okay, then let's go on to the next country, that is USA. Export is 1510, while import you can see 2380. Which one is bigger? Yes, the value of import is more. So again, if the value of import is more, what will happen? What type of balance of trade will be here? It will be unfavorable balance of trade. So in the statistical information, only China is a country which is having favorable balance of trade, while the remaining 3 countries are having unfavorable balance of trade. Now let's show this statistical information on a graph paper. Yes children, you all must be knowing what is a graph paper, correct? You all are doing it in your algebra or maths. You all must have seen what is a graph paper. You can see this. I have shown you the graph paper. You can see over here one small unit is 1 centimeter. Okay, you can see this boxes formed over here. This boxes over here, you can see one box. Okay, one box over here is 1 centimeter. Okay, so that statistical information we are going to show over here on this graph paper. Let's move forward. Now, what are the things you have to follow first of all when we are doing a graph? Okay, because each and every step what I am going to tell over here is carrying marks. Okay children, so you all have to be very much particular when we are doing a graph. Firstly, we'll talk about is the topic of the graph. Okay, you can see over here what is the topic over here. Yes, you can see the topic, balance of payment 2014-15 in million US dollars. Okay, balance of payments in the year 2014-15 in million US dollars. Okay, this is the topic of the graph. Okay, all have understood. So this becomes your first step. This was your first step. What is the second step what you are going to do over here? The second step is your scale. Okay, now you can see over here this is called as a scale. Now in the scale you are going to mention how you are going to show the graph. So here I had shown you what is one unit. 1 unit 1 centimeter, that is equal to, here we are going to take as 500 million US dollars. Okay, we are going to take 500 million US dollars as 1 centimeter. That is, one box is equal to 500 million US dollars. Okay, you can see these boxes over here. These boxes I'm talking about. Okay, one box means 500 million US dollars. Apart from this, I have also shown over here the two things, that is export and import. Okay, export I am going to show in this format and import I am going to show in this format. Okay, that also plays a very important role when we are doing the compound graph. Okay, so this scale becomes your second step and this becomes your third step. These are the three important steps which you are going to take when we are doing the graph. Each and every step carries marks, children. Okay, children, now let's continue. Now the next thing what we are going to do is the fourth thing, that is we are going to make the x-axis and the y-axis. Now what is this x-axis and y-axis? You can see over here this part. Okay, till here down. This is your y-axis and this over here is your x-axis. Okay, y-axis and the x-axis I have done. Okay, that plays a very important role. The next thing what we are going to do over here is, first of all, yes, you can see over here I have put an origin over here, that is 0. Okay, 0 is the origin. From 0 to up one box, you can see over here this box. Okay, here is your first, that is 500. Okay, then next is 1000, then 1500, then 2000 and then 2500. Okay, this is the scale I have mentioned on the graph. The next thing what I am going to do is on the x-axis. On the x-axis you are going to leave one box from the margin, that is from the y-axis you are going to leave one box. Okay, here one box you are going to leave, and after this box only here you are going to write China. Okay, China. Again leave one box, you can see this one box is left, then write India. Okay, again leave one box, then write Brazil. Okay, again leave one box and then write last one, the last country. Okay, China, India, Brazil and USA. Now you can see over here, children, the consistency between the graph is the same or equal. Okay, in the starting also I have left only one box. In the middle also I am leaving only one box. See here. Okay, this is the distance between the countries. Okay, you don't have to disturb this. You will have this habit. Starting, if you have left one box, in the middle only you will leave 2 box or 3 box, 4 box. No, nothing like that. You are going to maintain the consistency between the graph. One means one box only should be left everywhere. Here you are leaving one box, so here also one box, here also one box, and here also one box only. Understood, children? So these are the various steps you are going to keep in mind when you are doing the graph. Now let's draw the graph. Yes. Here also in this graph I have done the same procedure. Okay, now we are going to specify the numbers. Now first of all, China. What was the export of China? Export of China was 2143. How much it was? 2143. You can see over here 2000 is given over here. You can see 2000. Okay, after 2000 count 2 small boxes. that becomes 100, and little bit up, that becomes your 2143. I have marked, you can see over here, this is your 2143. Okay, and then I have to draw the box like this. Okay, the next thing what you are going to do is, again in China only, what is the import? 1960. That means almost coming to 2000. So little below of 2000, here you will have your 1960. Okay, now draw this graph, bar graph. Okay, and your one compound graph is ready. Okay, now you are going to show the differences between them. This is your export and this is your import. Export, what I had done in the scale over there? Yes, such lines I have to put to show that this is export, and dotted line, dots over here to show that this is import. Okay, so this was about China. Nextly is India. Let's see the data of India now. What is the data of India? The data of India is 272 and 380. So 272 and 380. Again go to it. Now as I told you, one box should be left, and then comes India. So 272 and 380 both will come below 500. 272 will be more down than 380. Okay, slight difference is there, but a difference is there. Okay, and you have to keep in mind about that difference. You cannot make 272 more bigger than 380. Again make that difference, show what is export here and what is import. Understood, children? This is how we are going to make the make of India. Okay, next country here we are going to do is Brazil. Okay, what is the data of Brazil? The data of Brazil was 190 and 241. So you can see over here it is very, very, very small. Okay, and here you can see 190 and 241. Okay, you have to keep in mind that this should not exceed this India's straight line. Okay, otherwise your graph can go wrong. Okay, so this is how you are going to draw the graph. Okay, your export and your import. Okay, nextly we are going to talk is about USA. What is the data of USA? It is 1510 and 2380. 1510, you can see over here 1500, and little bit up you can make it as 1510. Okay, and 2380 below 2500 it should be. Okay, so this becomes your compound graph. Okay, children, I hope you all have understood. This is how we are going to make a compound graph of China, India, Brazil and USA. Okay, you have to keep in mind the various steps to be followed when we are doing the graph. Okay, children, graph is not at all just a drawing, freehand drawing. It is not at all a freehand drawing. It is to be made with a proper pointed pencil as well as a scale. Okay, then when we are writing the countries below, you have to also mention what are these. These are countries, like you can see over here. I have written down countries. Okay, and what are these over here? These are the payment in US dollars. Okay, that also plays a very important role. You can see this ready-made graph over here. Okay, it is just taken from the book. Okay, you can see China, it is showing 2143 and export that is and import is 1960. Then India it is 272 and 380. You can see the difference shown over here. Okay, little bit of difference is there, but a difference is there, and you have to show the difference in the map like this. Okay, in Brazil also and in USA also. Understood, children? So this is how you are going to make the graph. Okay, the graph can come for exam also. It is a part of your geography. Okay, children, I hope everyone has understood how to make the graph. So children, that's all for today, and our lesson is over. Okay, thank you.